Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow, 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 ow.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Reverend, the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is a blessed August day, the 25th blessed day of the blessed August, of the blessed year of 2024. It's a blessed day. I say that because I was outside this morning, and I was out there, at least in my neck of the woods. It was beautiful. The birds were singing, the cats were licking, the squirrels were nutting. Everything was beautiful. It was a beautiful day, beautiful. And I expect it to be beautiful like this all day, everywhere. Ain't gonna happen. But I'm just saying, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if every morning you went outside and the birds were singing and the squirrels were nutting and the cats were licking and you could just sit back there and the deer were bucking. It's just a beautiful day. I love nature. And nature loves me right back. Yeah, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Where we park our car, not once, oh no, I'll take that back. Once in 3 years has a bird ever shit on our cars. That's right, once. And I explained that back early in one of the early episodes. It's a science thing, it's a scientific thing. And I explained it back then. I'm not going to dig it all up, but it's science, not luck, it's science. So good morning, brothers and sisters. And this includes our new members who may be enjoying us for the first time, wherever you may be and wherever you want to be, because you may not be where you want to be, but there you are. That's right. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. I am the good doctor. I am the good Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. That's a lot of letters. But I've done a lot of learning. That's right. And I got a lot of learning to do. And I hope to learn with you. That's right. Maybe you learn to write a better poem than that one there. Okay. People have called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, and the vile vicar of vice. I like that one. But the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the dirty deacon of doggy style, the frisky friar, the ass man abbot, the booty brother, and that nasty N-word. I don't know if I can say that on the air. Can I say nigger on the air? I can't say nigger. Okay, nasty N-word. The point is that I come by many names and by many methods, and I don't come easy. Okay, but I am coming for you. That's right. I'm coming for you. I'm coming to save your souls. That's right. I'm here to save your souls every single Sunday. Actually, it's not just Sundays. I'm here to save your souls Monday through Saturday. You just only get to see me do it on Sundays. The rest of the week, I'm quietly working in the background. I'm like hiding in the bushes and I'm like creeping up at your house trying to save your soul. And I got my binoculars out looking at your house trying to save your soul. See? And I may be like writing down your license plate and driving down behind you trying to save your soul. But at least that's my story and I'm sticking to it. The police report says something different. I'm just trying to save souls. That's all I'm doing. All right. So let us begin saving souls in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
That's fuck yeah, that's right.
Fuck yeah!
That's right. We're gonna work on that.
Fuck yeah!
We're gonna work on that. So yeah, brothers and sisters. It's so good to be out on parole. It's so good to be back home. That's right. It is time for our opening prayers. If you or someone you know is in need of a prayer, by me, the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. Please send your requests for prayer. Even though I forgot to check my emails this week, I was having other issues I was dealing with, and I didn't check my emails. And I apologize if you actually sent the prayer and I'm not reading it, but that's okay. If you send your request for a prayer, a healing, a forgiveness, or any such request to me at DrRevJellyRolle, okay, Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle at gmail.com. And please remember to spell roll with an E on the end. Otherwise, that other Jelly Rolle is going to just wind up getting your request, and he's not going to pray for you. He's not. He's going to send you like a what they call that thing, a dance mix or something. You know, he's not, and he's going to ask you to come to his next concert or something. He's going to ask you for money. I will never ask you for money in an email. That's right. I'm going to come to your face and ask you for it, because I want you to reject me directly and not send no emails asking for money. That's not my style. So if you get an email from someone who claims to be me asking you for money, don't send that money. Don't send them any money, because I'm not going to do that. I would never do that to the people I love or to you, either one. So, and now for our disclaimer, while all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered when we want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions may apply. That's right. So please bow your heads unless you are driving your car or your significant other. And if that is the case, just close your eyes and let Jesus do the driving while we pray. That's right. You know, it doesn't have to be Jesus. I mean, I'm really, honestly, I'm saying Jesus, but it doesn't have to be Jesus. I mean, you could pray to Krishna, okay? You could pray to Buddha. I don't care. You could pray to Allah. I don't care. You could pray to Moses. I don't care. You could pray to that poster of Farrah Fawcett on your wall, which means we have different issues now, because that means you still living at your mama's house and you still got the room you had when you were 13 years old. All right. So, but that's a different issue. I'm just saying, you pray who you want to pray to. I don't care, because I'm not listening. Listen, blah, 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 blah. I have no idea who you're praying to. I'm not listening. It's not my job to hear prayers. It's my job to read them. So if you email them to me, I'll read them. If you say them out loud, I'm not listening. La, 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 la. So pray who do you want to pray to. Don't care. Not my problem. It's your problem. You decide who you're going to pray to and whether or not they're being answered. That's all I'm saying. But if you want me to answer your prayers, you better send your prayers to me, Dr. Jelly Rolle, or Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle at gmail.com. That's what I'm talking about. And if I'm talking a little bit fast because I haven't had my coffee yet, that's okay. I need my little coffee to slow me down. I need coffee to slow me down. I need coffee to slow me down. Is that I'm sorry, Ritalin. I need Ritalin to slow me down. No, I'm sorry. No, I get them mixed up. Coffee, Ritalin, I don't know. So at any rate, brothers and sisters, dear Lord, let us pray for the soul of our dearly departed Democratic Representative Bill Pascrell, whose career in rough and tumble New Jersey politics spanned 4 decades, and who in his later years became known for his sharp barbs against Donald Trump. He died Wednesday. He was 87. Pascrell was a feisty octogenarian. He could be fisty, shaking his fist at the Republicans. Get off of my legislation, you little bastards. Pascrell was in his 14th term and was the second oldest House member, behind only retiring Representative Grace Napolitano, that lady from California, her. Now, the oldest member of Congress is Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa. He's going to turn, if he makes it, he's turning 91 on September 17th. And matter of fact, Grassley is so old, he calls Mitch McConnell kid. That's right. Grassley is so old, he calls Joe Biden young blood. That's right. Grassley is so old, he refers to the black lawmakers as the colored caucus. That's what I'm talking about. That's how old that motherfucker is. That's right. But this isn't about him. This is about Brother Pascrell. Rest in peace, Brother Pascal. I'm sure wherever you're going, it has to smell better than New Jersey. Can I get a stick up? Lord have mercy. Lord, please receive the spirit of our brother, Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue. He flipped the script for daytime television, just like this. This is the script. He flipped it just like this. Flip, script, flip, just like that. He did that for daytime television, tackling controversial topics and issues in front of a live audience. He has died, sadly to say, following a long illness. All right. How many times have you heard me talk about people dying from long illness? Okay. We got to have a 5K to raise money to stop long illness. And not only that, he was following it. He had a choice. He didn't have to be that close to it. He could have followed something else. He could have followed me on Facebook. He could have followed me on YouTube. But no, he was following a long illness. That's what killed him. Maybe. Because he was surrounded by his family and loved ones when he died. You know my opinion about that. If you're old, don't surround yourself with them, because we do not know their connection with loved ones and family and death. We don't know if it's a causation or a correlation. All we know is that a lot of people are dying and their loved ones are sitting by real close. So, I mean, it could be six of one and six of the other, which is 2 6s. One more 6 and you have 3 of a kind. You can't play poker with a pair of 6s. I tell you, it's a losing hand. The only thing worse than that is pair of 5s, pair of 4s, pair of 3s, and a high card. That's it. You got a pretty crappy hand, if you're playing a pair of 6s. So that's what I'm saying. So you got a pair of 6. Forget that. Don't do that. Don't bet your money on that. No. So he was following long illness. You never heard of anybody dying from following me? No. But more people follow long illness than they do follow me. And those people following long illness, they seem to be dying. Boop, just like that. That's right. It's time we found a cure for long illness. Because long illness is the second leading killer of celebrities right after undisclosed disease. And undisclosed disease is a motherfucker. Okay? And there's not even not one telethon to raise money for that. I saw a commercial yesterday for somebody raising money for army gear for dogs in the army. What the fuck? And police dogs. Look, I'm sorry. If the police are hiring dogs, if the army are hiring dogs, they need to be giving them bulletproof vests if they want them to have them. I think it's a scam. That's right. Thank you, Brother Renton. That it's a scam. I'm sorry. I don't believe that the people are raising money off of our kindness and love for animals and saying, the dogs in the army aren't being protected. The dogs in the police aren't being protected. I saw those vests. You know something? Yeah, they're pretty and they're nice, but guess what? They only cover the torso. The dog's got a head. All right? You think the dog wants to live because after his mouth has been blown off, it's like, oh. You can't even bark right. No, if you're going to have that, if you're going to raise money to protect the dog, give him a helmet too and protect his jaws and his nose. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about dogs. All right, 80% of what the dog learns in his lifetime, he learns through that nose. Protect that nose. All right, protect that nose. Be giving him a vest for his chest and nothing for the nose. Dog is nothing without his nose. He can't greet his friends. Sure as hell can't greet his friends. Said everybody's going like, hey. And then this one dog ain't sniffing nobody. not learning. I'm sorry. Where was I? Phil Donahue. Okay, he was surrounded by his loved ones. He is survived by his wife Marlo Thomas, his wife for 44 years, Marlo Thomas. Yeah, that girl. Yep. His sister, his children, his grandchildren, and his beloved golden retriever Charlie. Now, here's the bit. Here's the rub. Okay. I learned about this from the news. All right. Phil didn't call me to let me know that he was dying. Marlo didn't call me to let me know he passed. I had to find out by the news. All right. Now I go to the news and I go to read it, and the only people named are Marlo and Charlie. His sister was there. She doesn't have a name. His children were there. They don't have names. His grandchildren were there. They don't have names. Who's named? Marlo and Charlie. I'm just saying, if you're one of those other people, you might feel a little left out that the dog was mentioned before you. Okay? You can see Marlo. You can see Marlo because she was a celebrity and she was his wife of 44 years. You know he didn't have Charlie 44 years. Ain't a dog alive been alive for 44 years. Yeah. But at any rate, rest in peace, Phil Donahue. You finally, so one more thing. This is the thing about Donahue, and most people don't realize this. Back in the day when MSNBC first started, all right, Phil Donahue was one of their primetime hosts, all right? And during the war, when the war in Iraq broke out, I shouldn't say broke out, it's not like it was held captive and it was like, "Ooh, I'm free." No, when Bush started that shit, let's be honest, when Bush started that shit, he, not everybody, well, almost everybody got on board because we'd just been attacked. 9/11, let's fuck up some shit. And Phil Donahue was saying, no, I'm opposed to this. And MSNBC canned his ass because he was like the only person on like 4 or 5 networks that was saying, let's not do this. And he lost his job about it. That, I'm sure, that's dignity. Okay, that's a beautiful thing when you have enough money in your life that you can say, fuck this job. That's beautiful. And I think we should all strive to that. We should all strive to have enough money so that we can look at our boss and say, fuck you. This is what I think. And I don't think you're thinking like I'm thinking. So I think I'll just say, fuck you. I'm just touched. I think everybody should strive for that. So rest in peace, Phil Donahue. You finally beat Oprah at something. She was kicking his ass in the ratings. She was kicking his ass. No. And now finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff of Mind Dog TV. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today, but they are here wishing they were anywhere today. You know, last week we celebrated our new diversity hire, Papers Tech, the new Indian guy. We celebrated his arrival, and we glad to have him on board. He's doing a great job.
Turned black, and now she wants to be known as Black.
That's right. And eventually, he will be black. He's one hue at a time. He's going to make his way through the races. So we thank you all for being here today and helping us behind the scenes. You know, you could be anywhere today, but you're here with us, and that ought to count for something. MindDogTV.com, the place to go to get all of your Church of Last Resort gear. Like even stuff like this. See this? That's right. Now it's a little early for this, or a little late. These are your official Church of Last Resort Easter nails. See, you can have your very own crucifixion. You get 4 nails, one for each. Yeah, 4 nails, one for each arm and one for the feetsies, and then a spare. You got to have a spare nail because you never know. You're up there doing the crucifixion, like bang, 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 and then you drop a nail, and then you're like, oh shit, I only got 3 nails. But with this kit, you got a 4th nail, and you just go, all right, here we go, bang, bang, bang. All right, so you never miss a crucifixion, because you're out of nails. So you can get that at the MyDogTV.com site. You can also get something like this. All right, here we go. This is beautiful. Look at that. I show you this shirt every week because every week nobody's bought this shirt. Well, you can't buy this shirt. This shirt is my shirt, but you can buy your own. All right, and you can get an extra large. You can get one that's really, really big and make it like a night shirt. And you go to bed all sexy, looking at your partner and dressed, got my face all over your chest. And then you just lift up your t-shirt and go to town. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Because these shirts are made, they're so versatile. They're made to be walking in the streets or laying in the sheets. That's what I'm talking about. These shirts go from the streets to the sheets just like that. You don't have to change a thing about them. Just maybe rise it up a little bit. But that's it. So if we could, Lord have mercy, where did I do that? Here it is. So shop there for all of your gear, all of your Church of Last Resort gear. And now let's have a little bump for the Lord, because if life is worth living, it's worth bumping for the Lord. Lord have mercy. Yeah. I got it. That'll get your collar going. That's right. Lord have mercy. So, brothers and sisters, in the name of George Collin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, brothers and sisters, we here at the Church of Last Resort, occasionally, I leave the holiness part. I leave this place and I go out on the road to help people, to share the blessings that I have found in this world. And I've been blessed. I have been blessed. And I'm not just talking about underneath the clothing there. I'm talking about truly blessed with the gift of gab and the gab of Gifford, whatever. I've been blessed. All right. And I have a good life. I have a good life. I have a good woman behind me. And sometimes she's in front of me. Sometimes she's underneath of me. We're flexible is what I'm trying to say. I know I'm called the missionary man, but that's just one aspect of my personality. So I got a good wife with me, and we're just like 2 peas in a pod. Although most pods have like 5 or 6 peas, but we don't really do that because that's kinky. It's just two peas in this one pod. If you want more peas in your pod, that's your business. We don't judge here. You can have as many peas in your pod as you want. We are not going to judge you. We're not going to ask questions. All we're going to do is say, bless you, brother, or bless you, sister. Those are your peas and your pods. You count them the way you want. That's what I'm talking about. Lord have mercy. But we, when I say we, I mean me and the people behind, at the Church of Last Resort. We have our 3rd show at the Church of Satire coming up. It's in October 5th, and we're gonna play this little snippet to tell you almost all about it. That's right. Brothers and sisters, this is the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. Come see Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience on Saturday, October 5th at the Church of Satire Comedy Club at 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Tickets are $10 online at www.churchofsatirecomedyclub.com and $15 at the door. I'll bring the blessings and the blasphemy, you BYOB. That's Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience on Saturday, October 5th at the Church of Satire Comedy Club at 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Remember, games are consensual and non-binding unless you request it. All other Church of Satire rules apply. And no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. See you there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm now see what you don't see in that little ad, because we're trying to keep it down to a minute. And when you do things for a minute, some things are going to get left out. If you do anything for a minute, you can't include everything because you're skipping the foreplay. And sometimes you don't even have time to finish. You just got to get dressed and go. That was just a minute. Technically, it was 59 seconds and 29 frames. Okay, so 59 seconds and 28 frames. That's how long that was, because we wanted it to fit. We wanted to fit right in, because what's this? There's this thing on Facebook. It's called Close the Fucking Door Because I Can Hear My Family. That's what it's called. There. Yeah, sorry about that. It's that time of morning where usually these phone calls, those conversations that you almost heard, but I did hear, take place and they end at 8:58. See, because my wife Amona knows that I got shit to do and I can't be listening to her talking on the phone, But this morning is her mother's birthday, my mother-in-law's birthday. Yeah, it's her birthday, and so this morning our son Jelly Jr. took her to church. I know he can go to church with her, but he can't show up here. All right, when you see those numbers, talk about how many people are watching. My son is not one of them, but he can take his grandmother to church. He's got time for that, probably because he thinks he's in the will, and he thinks if he takes her to church, he's going to get money out of her when she goes. We've already spent that money. He don't know. Shh, don't tell him. We already spent that money. So he taking her to church like a good boy should. Yeah. So things got started over late because she just got my mother-in-law just got back from church, and so my wife Amona is wishing her happy birthday, and I will do that later because I ain't gotta do it now. We already sent her a card. We got worrying about no damn birthdays right now. I got serious shit to do. I'm talking about Blessings and Blasphemy 3. Now, what you didn't see in that minute is that this game, like it says, it's interactive, and we play games with the audience, okay? Because we say, who wants to stand up and confess your sins? And then they come up and they confess their sins. But if they want to be forgiven, they got to play one of our games and win. See, I'm pointing up there because that's where all the games are. The games are all up there. And we try to have new games. We keep the old games and we add new games, and that what we always have, like lots of games people can play. And no matter how many times you see the show, it's not going to be the same show because it's not always the same games. You know what I'm talking about? And not always the same people coming up to play the games, and not always the same people dying for me to do the eulogies in the beginning. See, so it's a different show every single time. Blessings and Blasphemy 3, totally different show from 1 and 2. Except the only thing that didn't change is me. I am not changing. Don't go changing. Try to please me. You should never have to work that hard. So, brothers and sisters, if you are in the Hanover, Pennsylvania area, please stop in, buy your tickets, and have a good old fucking time. Now, if you're not in the area, but you know someone is, let them know. Let them know the show is coming. Or if you want the show to come to your town, all it takes is a little bit of money. And I'm right there, honey. That's right. A little bit of money, and I'm right there, honey, with my little bunny ears. That's right. I'll dress up like a bunny for the right amount of money, honey. That's right. So, yeah, I can be, in other words, I can be bought. All right. That is one thing that Trump and I have in common. We can both be bought. That's probably the only thing. I hope that's the only thing. I couldn't take another. Thank you. You see, people think that's the sound of me passing a kidney stone or a gall. No, that's the sound my heart makes every time I get booked. It's like ching ching. Every time I get booked for a gig, my heart hears that little ching ching. Yes, indeed. Now, today's sermon, brothers and sisters, is about passing the baton. All right? Passing the baton. Now, what made me think of this was two things, maybe three, could have been four. I don't know. But a certain president did a very selfless thing. He did a very selfless thing. He could have fought to the bitter end and said, damn it, I'm running. I've done this work. I've worked hard. I've helped turn this country around. I helped create policies. I'm not going to say he did, because presidents don't do anything on their own except for maybe the executive order. And even then, here's a bunch of lawyers helping him write it. All right. They don't do anything on their own. They have a team. Okay. And they're part of a team. And the Biden team did a pretty fucking good job. And in my humble opinion, deserved at least another 2 years to do some more stuff. Honestly, I don't know if he'd have made it 4 years. I don't know. Jimmy Carter's 99 now. I'm just saying, not that I want Jimmy Carter to be president, because we don't need another president like this. Don't need that. We already had Reagan. We don't need another president like that. So, and I think Truman. Was it Truman? Or was it Wilson? Could have been Wilson. One of the presidents had like a very bad illness and he was incapacitated. And his wife was actually calling the shots from behind the scenes. And they'd say like, we want to see the president. And she'd go, wait right here. And she'd go out there and she'd go, oh! Yeah, sure. What do you want to ask the president? And they go, well, there's some shit happening and we need his advice. And she goes, be right back. And she said, you can't see the president right now. He's busy, but he told me to tell you that I got everything under control. And she did that for like 6 months. For 6 months, she didn't tell people how bad her husband was. She just, and we had vice president. I don't even know why the vice president, maybe even the vice president didn't know. It's like, should not be in charge. And she'd be like, no, everything's fine. He just don't want to see y'all right now. Everything's fine. That's right. So for like 6 months, she was actually running the country. And I guess even the vice president didn't know. I don't know. Or maybe she was giving the vice president a little bit of trim to keep his mouth shut. She's like, something, I'll give you a little something. You just keep your mouth shut. Let me do what I got to do. But anyway, we don't need another president like that is what I'm saying. So, but what Biden did was he stepped down, albeit under pressure. Now, I'm not saying like they would put the squeeze to him. It was probably financially low. Like I said, nothing happens in a vacuum except for dirt collects in a vacuum and dust. And then you got to change the bag because if there's too much in there, the vacuum stops sucking. All right. And ordinarily we say when something sucks, it's a bad thing. But vacuums is a very good thing when they suck. And they stop sucking when they're full, like a good hooker. All right. So I'm told. So here's the deal. He passed the baton down to Kamala Harris. All right. He didn't have to do that. He could have said, fuck it, I'm running. But he didn't. He passed the baton down. Okay. That's very special to do that. That is something yes, very special. Matter of fact, the Lord God tried to do that. He tried to pass the baton down. But the thing, you got all these other prophets and saviors fighting for the crown. You know what I'm saying? So like 18 different saviors all want to be like God now, and then all these people are fighting because they want their savior to be God. When God is like, oh, wait, I ain't dead yet. I'm just looking for a successor. That's it. I'm not dead. Give me a chance to pass the baton. See? And so, but the reason why a lot of people don't want to pass the baton, okay, and it isn't like people think. It's not because passing the baton is like passing a kidney stone You know, that would hurt like a mother, especially if that kidney stone is turned sideways. You know, and it's not because they think, you know, it's like a relay race. You know, here's the deal. Where is it? Where's my baton? I need a baton. I'm gonna show you this, okay? In a relay race, go like this. You run it, you run it, you run it, you run it, all right? And then you're gonna, you know, you're running and you're about to pass, and then the person in front of you goes like this, got like that, just like this, going, okay, okay, okay. Then you go like, wham, just like that, and then you pass the baton, and then they run it, and they run it, and they run it, okay? And then the person who just passed the baton stops running and catches their breath, and they're like, that's it, the race is over for me. If I hadn't passed the baton, I'd still be running. I could still be in the race. All right. But now I'm just cheering people on, going, rah, 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 rah. And then the last person with the baton crosses the finish line. And the other person says, damn it, that could have been me. I could have crossed that finish line if I just held on to that fucking baton. And that's why people don't want to let go of the baton, because they think when they let go of the baton, the race is over. But that's not true. There's always the next race. It may not be in the same arena. It may not be on the same track. It may not be with the same people. All right? But there's always another race. But that's why they're afraid to pass the baton, because they think the race is over for them. And it's not. And we need to encourage people to pass the baton by showing them another race that they could be in. All right? Biden passed the baton. He's got another race, okay? He's still fighting for his cancer moonshot thing, okay, to honor his son Bo. All right? That's his next race. Okay? People like Mitch McConnell hanging on so hard. You know, he's going to agree to step down now, but it wasn't until he, you know, had like 4 or 5 episodes of his software downloading, trying to upgrade from Windows 95 to Windows 98 to Windows, what's it called, Media or whatever it was, Windows ME. Yeah, he's trying to upgrade, upload. And meanwhile, the world is way past Windows ME. You know, we're past Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 9, Windows 10, Windows 11. We got all kinds of issues with Windows and Linux and Apples, you know. So, but McConnell didn't step down until he just shit his pants in public, because he didn't want to step down. He didn't want to pass that baton, because he was afraid once he passed the baton, the race is over. And they need to let him know, Mitch, my God, you've done so much damage to this country, more damage than anybody could ever possibly imagine. You will never be forgotten. Never. Every time something bad happens, we're going to say, you just Mitch that up. You just Mitch that up. We're not even going to say fuck that up anymore. As a matter of fact, people, you're going to be able to say fuck on TV all the time in the future. All the time. You're going to hear fucking commercials. But you know what you won't hear commercials? Mitch. That will be banned from television, because that man has fucked up so much for so long, except for the businesses. Okay, businesses are great. Okay, because of him. But us, he fucked us like he took this baton and he strapped it on and he just did the country. Mitch McConnell was just taking his baton, and that's why he won't pass it, because he still used it to fuck us in the ass. That's why Mitch McConnell didn't want to pass the baton. That's exactly why. Just want to fuck it. So he didn't want to pass the baton down, but he's got to leave because of health. If he had passed the baton a while ago, we would never have seen him in those moments, and he could have stepped down with dignity. He can't do that now. He's lost his dignity. He's stepping down now, and we all know it because he didn't have a fucking choice. Biden had a choice. And he says, here we go. I'm stepping down. That's the brave thing to do, okay? Step down when you got a choice and you can still have influence in another race. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Now, people that didn't even like Biden are now going, I love Biden. Look what he did. I love Biden. I was not in love with Biden. I'm not going to lie to you. People who know me personally knew that my first choice of candidate back then was Elizabeth Warren, because I want to see things get fixed. And I thought she could do it. All right. And also, she's kind of hot. No, I'm just teasing. So, but Biden stepped down. Now, people saw him step down, and they're all loving Biden. People loving Biden. Even some of the people that were going like, "You got to step down, boss. Boss, you got to step down." They're going like, "Look what he did. I love that man. I'd have stuck by him to the end. I'd have walked through fire for him." And 2 weeks earlier, they were going, "You got to step down, boss. You got to step down." So he stepped down, passed the baton. That's the healthy thing to do. You pass the baton. Yes, indeed. See, when it comes to the runners, the focus, okay, the focus has always been on. I'm sorry. I skipped over something, and now I'm trying to figure out how to go back to it, because I spent a lot of time thinking about this concept, and I don't. And if I get back to it, I will. All right, because I'm not reading off the script. I'm just. You think I wrote down, take the baton and do this? No, I didn't write that down. It takes up too much time. Matter of fact, let me get that baton out of my hand, because it's very tempting. It's very tempting. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. While I get my shit together and find out where I'm supposed to go next with this sermon, we have a word from the people at Mind Dog TV and Coffee with the Dog, telling you how you could be on Coffee with the Dog. Hit it, brother.
Comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
summer and fall
now. Get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
Thank you, lady, with the AI sexy voice. I think I should have gotten, for a few more bucks, I could have gotten, what's that woman who did the voice for her? Not her, but there was a movie called Her. And she was, man, I can't remember her name now. She played Black Widow in the Marvel movies. And damn it, I can't remember her name. I remember her ass. Bam! I can't remember her name. I can remember her husband's name. She's married to Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live. What is her name? Lord have mercy. But anyway, that woman, I would have gotten her to do the voice, but I can't remember her name, so I can't even ask her. But you know who you are, right? You know, there's only one wife for Colin Jost. You know who you are. I can't remember her name. So at any rate, I'll think about it later. We should get her to do that voice. That's the only way that make it sexy. Maybe get more people go, wow. So, okay. I think I know where I was going to go with this. All right. Passing the baton. Okay. It's like I said, it's like a relay race. Okay. Now, when people picture a relay race, and in the relay race, once the baton is passed, the race appears to be over for that runner. But that's because the focus is shifted from the runner, who's the passer, to the current runner, the passee or passe, which puts the passer at an impasse with no compass, or at their loss. Okay? But it isn't over for the passer. The pastor has to prepare for the next race. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I somewhere left out, all that shit. All right. Now, I was thinking, see, the person who's like the third leg in the race just gives up. But that's not what happens. Or at least that's not what should happen. I know they're like, I'm the third leg in the relay. And they're just a bummer because they want to be the star. All right. Because I understand that. No, this reminds me. The other day I was speaking of third leg. I was I was driving home from a show not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago. I was driving home. Not a show, store. I was coming from the store because it was still light out. If it was from a show, it would have been dark out. It was light out. And I'm driving, and on the side of the road, there's this guy. He's walking two dogs. You know, he's got two dogs he's walking. And one dog was a big old dog, like a big dog, you know, like kind of like a mastiff, but a little bit smaller. But he had like brown around his mouth. He looked like a mix between a mastiff and a brown dog with brown in it. So big dog. He's walking that dog, and on the other hand, his right hand, which is the one that was closest to me, he had a terrier about this big. All right, this little gray terrier, and he was walking kind of funny. It was like got this strange limp. And I'm looking at the dog trying to figure out why he's limping. And I see a leg is just hanging there, you know, and just about a leg, you know what his legs look like. They're all this long, and there's one leg that's not touching the ground. It's just like hanging there. All right. And I said, that's why the dog is limping. And I'm staring and I said, wait a second, that dog has 4 legs. So what's that other leg? That was the largest penis I'd ever seen on a dog. That's right. I thought it was a fucking leg hanging there. It was a penis, all right, just hanging there. That's why that dog was walking so funny. I was like, holy crap, that's gotta hurt. Not him, probably hurt whoever he's mating with. You know what I'm saying? That's dogs. Okay, I've seen a lot of dogs. I've never seen a dog with a 5th leg. All right, I've heard guys talk about they had a 3rd leg. But their 3rd leg is never the same length as the other 2 legs. All right, I don't care. I used to be a stripper, right? And when I was a stripper, you know, you see a lot of men who got like the 3rd leg, but not one leg was the same length as his other legs. This dog had a dick the same length as his other legs. He had a 5th leg, and I was like, holy shit! I didn't need to see that, but now I'll never forget it. And I just proved to you, I didn't forget it. And now I should, you know, and I'm glad I didn't take a picture because that would be on my phone. And then the AI would be like sending me pictures of dog dicks for the rest of my life. So I'm glad I didn't take a picture, but I should have, just so I could show you, and then you'd have to see it too. But you don't want that shit on your phone. Don't put that kind of shit on your phone because AI is not perfect. It can't get hands right. It can't get fingers right. It can't get toes right. But what it can get right is the shit that you put in your camera. You can get that shit right, and you'll see the next 4 years of your life pictures just like that. So I'm glad I didn't take that picture. Now, where was I? 3rd leg, right? Talking about the 3rd leg. All right. So as I was saying, there's more than just the 3rd leg in a 1 mile relay. All right. And it would be easier for the elders to pass the baton if they knew that they were going to be doing something else, you know, that they were not going to be forgotten. So let's get the elderly, those who contributed and still have much to contribute. Let's give them the respect that they need. Let's honor them and recognize them. Let's make them feel good about what they've done. So, and then let them feel good and comfortable with the fact that we're not going to forget what they've done, and we're going to help them transition to the next phase of their life if they would just hand over the fucking batons. All right, just give it up. We'll make sure you got something else to do. All right, Carter, when he lost, he did Habitat for Humanity. Okay, he became like probably the best president in the history of mankind. Okay, after he left office, it was like 40 years, 50 years. He has just spent all this time building houses for people without houses. Okay, did a really beautiful thing. That's what we could do with all these elderly people. I'm not saying we make them all build houses, because not all they all can't do that. Maybe they can run a cruise ship, run a bingo at the cruise line. I don't know. But the thing is, there's so much for them to do if we just help them do it. And once we do that, they'll give up the batons. All right, they'll give up the batons. And this is on you, young people, because you're the ones bitching that there's no batons. All the old people are still in government. All the old people, holding on to power. Well, yeah, sometimes you can. Yeah, now they're not going to give up the power unless you give them something else in return. All right. So some of them, that's money. All right. Some of them, like Clarence Thomas, I don't know what the fuck he's waiting on. I don't know. I think he just likes being. Something. He's got deeper issues than power. He's got self-esteem issues, and I'm not sure we can help people with self-esteem issues. People who hold on to the baton because they have a self-esteem issue, we just got to take the baton with them and beat the fuck out of them. All right, that's what we do with those people. If you think they got self-esteem issues now, we're gonna beat the self-esteem right out of them. Get rid of those people. I'm not advocating for violence. I'm just saying we take the baton and we hit them in a nonviolent way, in a way that doesn't promote violence. Okay. Now, I think I did something there, and that's it. I'm out of material. So I got 8 minutes here. I'm all out, and I can't think of anything to say. So why don't you talk for a while? Sorry. I'm fucking with you. Not that I have anything to say. I don't have anything to say. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I want to do something. I want to promote my show. All right. I want to promote my show, but I don't have anything to promote my show with in my hands. So if our Native American guy, thank you. Brothers and sisters, this is the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. Come see Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience on Saturday, October 5th at the Church of Satire Comedy Club at 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Tickets are $10 online at www.churchofsatirecomedyclub.com and $15 at the door. I'll bring the blessings and the blasphemy, you BYOB. That's Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience on Saturday, October 5th at the Church of Satire Comedy Club at 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Remember, games are consensual and non-binding unless you request it. All other Church of Satire rules apply. And no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. See you there. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Now, I'm talking about the show, and it says we have games that we play. I just wanted to bring out one of the games real quick. It's not going to take, I don't have time for all the games. I don't want to show you all the games, but this game I'm very proud of, okay? This game is called Cock Ringing Balls, all right? Cock Ringing Balls. Now, this game, you can see there, that's, just in case you didn't know what that was, okay? All right, so in Cock Ringing Balls, the person playing the game, they usually confess their sins that, Lord, I took 2 pennies out of it says take 8 pennies, and I took 2 pennies out of the jar, and I need forgiveness. Now, and if they want to be forgiven, they have to play one of the games. In this game, Cock Ringing Balls, this is set up on one side of the stage, and they are on the other side of the stage with the cock rings and balls, all right? Now, the object of the game is a throw. They're trying to throw the rings, the cock rings, see, just like that. They're trying to throw them on there. All right. They only need one to win, but they get 3 shots. All right. Okay. See, like that. And then you get one of those, and your balls. You get 3 sets of balls. They're blue balls. Yes, right. 2 blue balls. And you're trying to throw the balls in the hole right there. See, you're just throwing them in the hole. Or if you can get the balls like this, you win a bonus. All right. That's a bonus prize. So you can do this. You can, win the whole game by just throwing the balls right around there, just like that. Or you get it set in the hole, just like that. Okay. This is one of my games. This is one of the new ones. This one was so popular last time that we could not get people to stop playing with it. It was just so popular that they just there you go. So these are the kind of games we're going to be playing at the Blessings and Blasphemy. We have Pussy Putz Putz. We have Squirtle, all kinds of games that we play. But I wanted to show you this one, partly because it's a real fun game for them to play, and also because it was the easiest one to grab. And when it's sticking out like that, it really makes it easy to grab. So, brothers and sisters, if you're out there, you want to come on out to the Church of Satire in Hanover, Pennsylvania, to play games like that, or watch other people play games. See, that's the fun thing. Some people, we also have Hungman. We have a game called Hungman. It's kind of like Hangman, except for you're not hanging a man, just a part of them.
To turn black, and now she wants to be known as Black.
Yes, so just hanging one part of the man. If you get the words wrong or a letter wrong, guess wrong. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. Some people have more fun watching people play than they do playing, and some people want to be part of it. They want to get up there. They want to play the games. They want to say, they want to play communion. Okay, CUM union. They want to play that game. All right, they want to play all the other games that we have, and I can't even think of all the names. Got a lot of games. So come on out, or book us. We can be hired. You can hire me to come to your bachelorette party, and I'll bring my dildos and my sex dolls, and we can play games at your house, but for money. I've done bachelor parties, and they are wild. Okay, sometimes you wonder if you're going to get out of there alive. There is nothing more crazy than a bunch of women playing with sex toys with a male stripper in the presence. Now, I'm not a stripper. That's not my thing. I'm not that anymore, but I will play games with you. We can have fun. We have a game called Balls to the Face, which is also a very, very popular game. I can't show you that because we're running out of time. But I did want to show you that one game there. And maybe next week I'll show you another game. Yeah, next week, I tell you what I'm going to do. Every week I will show you a different game. All right. Every week I'll share with you one of the different games and how it's played. And so you can tell your friends. You can spread the word that the church, the Satire, has a great show called Blessings and Blasphemy, and that Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle is doing a fucking bang-up job and making people crazy with laughter, okay? As a matter of fact, one video, the last thing you hear is a woman saying, "My face hurts from laughing," okay? And I don't even know the woman's name, but because it was off camera, but she said that, and I have notes and lesbian praise. It's a hilarious show. You got to see it, all right? So before I close, I want to thank those of you who have subscribed to my fledgling YouTube channel. It says right there, subscribe. Just do that. Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle on YouTube, and also that same thing on his Facebook fan page. All right, Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. On behalf of the Church of the Last Resort, the Church of Last Resort, and the entire Rolle family, my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., who could not be here. Not that he wanted to be here because he's taking his grandmother to church for her birthday. Our cat Tootsie, our dog Stop Dropping, who wishes he had a 5th leg like that other dog. He's like, why didn't I get a leg like that? Lord have mercy. Talk about your dog and me. I wish you all safe travels, and I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Orthodox Time on Magna. That's right. Join us on Mind Dog TV. All right, you gotta. It's Mind Dog TV, and everywhere that our word is heard. Even a delayed audio version only is on Spotify. Check us out there. But if you're listening to us, if you're watching us now, you're probably not going to check us out on Spotify. I don't even know why we promote Spotify. It's gone. You know, if you're watching it, you're not going to listen to it on, I don't know. Fuck that. You know, it's on Spotify. Tell your friends. All right. And in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! Mm-mm.